Oh my God, this is a throwback. Wow, do you know what? Thank God my contour has improved since then. You know what? Normally by this stage, it's an easy answer. But I feel like everyone doesn't really like each other in there. It's just a bit crazy at the moment. Hi, I'm Demi Jones and I'm chatting all things Love Island All Stars with Cosmo. I've got a text. Oh, okay. How did your second Love Island experience compare to the first? It was hectic this time round. I think last time was like really nice, bit of a love story, quite romantic and peaceful. This time was carnage. I was only on there short and sweet, but it was hectic, but I had the most incredible time and I had more fun that time in the whole of my last experience. So yeah, it was incredible. Do you know what? It was just like a free-for-all. We were describing it as like Love Island Hunger Games. That was just, everyone was just getting with one another. There was no one that particularly liked each other. It was a massive free-for-all. And every day there was so much drama, but it was fun. We were all in like fits of giggles every single day. So as much as it was hectic and very messy, as Mitch would put it, we had the best time. Were you surprised by the other islanders who has signed up to All Stars? Do you know what? Definitely. I love how they've had such a range of people from series 1 all the way through. So they did so well with the casting team. Obviously, there's a few favourites that I thought I knew I was going to see. Messy Mitch was definitely one of them. I thought he's made such an impression. He's going to be back. Liberty, just really like lovely, iconic people like that. But I was always also surprised by Hannah. Hannah was my OG favourite iconic islander. So when I saw her, I was honestly so excited. I was fangirling when I met her. Oh God, you know what? Ovi is going to be sick of hearing his name come out of my mouth. But obviously I wanted Ovi there and he wasn't. But he can still come in. But I'm already left now, so I secretly don't want him to now. Oh my God, this is so cute. This is me walking in with Georgia. I have met her quite a few times before, but when they put us in the Range Rovers, I was behind and she was in front and they told her to duck down to keep it a complete surprise. So when she popped up, I was elated. We were like, yay, we got each other. So it's so nice and she's just the loveliest girl ever. But I was shaking like a leaf. My heel was falling off. So I'm walking into the villa, literally stumbling at this point, but I'm trying to look sexy at the same time. So it doesn't look actually as glamorous as it may seem. I was just a bundle of nerves. Who were you happiest to see in the villa and who were you most apprehensive to see in the villa? I already know. So the happiest to see in the villa was definitely Molly. When she walked through as the first bombshell, I was flabbergasted. I never thought I would see her again in that villa, especially with her ex-boyfriend Callum. But obviously we did series 6 together, so naturally you got that sort of like bond and that connection. And I've seen her relationship with Callum from day 1 all the way through. So I think naturally we were just bonded a lot and I was just comforting her the whole time. So that was lovely. But apprehensive was definitely Messy Mitch. So when he told me he fancied me, I was shocked. I thought we're completely polar opposite people, but he did surprise me. Even though he is messy, he's got such a good heart, but he loves the mess. I don't really know what else to say, but he did pleasantly surprise me. What was the best and worst part of being back on the show? The best part was just having that experience again. When you get back, it's kind of like looking back on like school. You know, you sort of miss it and you miss the people and the memories and you know you're never going to get a chance to go back. So to have the opportunity to go back and be with all like friends and just having the best time again, like a bit older, a bit more confident, that was definitely the best bit. We were just giggling and having like a massive lads holiday. But the worst part of being back on the show, I think just being so vulnerable. You're in there with no like normally if you're having boy problems or girl problems, you can chat to your friends and get advice. You're completely left to your own devices and trying to work everyone out, and everyone's got such different and big personalities. It's hard to sort of, you know, find your place. So that was definitely the hardest part. Oh my God, this is a throwback. Wow, do you know what? Thank God my contour has improved since then. But this is me walking in originally 4 years ago, literally to the date. Again, do you know what? I look so confident there, but again, I was so nervous. And I remember I had to hold his hand walking up the stairs because I was shaking so much. But I look back and I just think, oh, it's actually so cute. And I think I'm actually really proud of myself, how far I've come. So the first person I coupled up with was Naz. So I was with him for a few days, but then unfortunately the dreaded Casa Amor happened. And then he came back with Eva, but I mean, brilliant, because him and Eva are still together. So that's incredible. And then I went on to couple up with Luke Mabbott. We rode it to the final, and now he's also engaged to another islander. And here I am, still on my own. How to? Did it feel challenging making things feel romantic when you all know each other? Yeah, you know, it actually was. I think for me, where I know so many people as friends, then when they start cracking on with you, you're a bit, what, you fancy me? How long have we known each other now? But I think it's because when you do see islanders, it's always at events and busy, high profile places. You don't really get a chance to really get to know them. Whereas in the villa, you're stuck, you're locked in 24 hours a day, and you become like even closer, even more quickly. So naturally you do actually, and also you fancy people. I'll go to events and I'll see the newest Love Islanders come out and I'm like, oh God, he's so sexy. Or you just see him there. So you get a bit like giggy anyway. But yeah, no, everyone's amazing. Do you know what? I'm not going to say names because I don't want him to get a massive ego. And I feel like there's always room to explore. There is one person in mind. But no, I don't know. We'll see. And yeah. He hasn't gone on the show yet, so I'm going to wait and see if he pops on there. Oh my God, Chris! Do you know what? I actually feel like it's a shame for me and Chris because I feel like we could have had high hopes getting together in that villa. But I think we're both so bubbly and almost too similar that it would have been too much. Does that make sense? But he's the loveliest boy, and I had a feeling when they said public photo, I thought, do you know what? I feel like the public know what they're doing. They're going to couple me up with Chris. But me and his conversations was just so lovely, and he actually cried when me and Lou left. So I can't wait to continue a friendship with him when he comes out. Do you know what, Chris? I'm so surprised. I feel like he's a bit of a dark horse. I feel like he'd go for what he's after and stick with it, but he's been a bit all over the place. I feel like he does really fancy Sophie, but it's whether Sophie is going to reciprocate. So I do hope he finds a girl in there, but I'm not too sure actually. Have you watched anything back, and are you surprised anything wasn't shown? Yeah, do you know what? I haven't watched back all my episodes yet. I think once you've lived it, it feels a bit weird watching it back and how it's been edited or whatever. So I've only seen clips on TikTok. I've been like tagged in all like the viral ones and things like that. Anything surprised that wasn't shown? Do you know what? Believe it or not, I actually cried after the recoupling with Kaz and Lou, and they actually didn't show that. I think not because I was like, oh no, like Lou's been stolen. It was more of like a build up of emotion, and I was worried about Kaz and my friendship with Kaz. So that built up, and I was surprised that wasn't shown. But yeah, and also my friendship with Molly, like we were inseparable in there, but I feel like that's not been shown much either, but they've got to squeeze so much in such a short episode. Oh! I knew this was coming. What is the situation with you and Luis now? So obviously me and Lou, bear in mind, I only met him 3 weeks ago. So it's gone from like one extreme to the other, not knowing him, to then being so close with him. So yeah, it's been a bit of an interesting one. And I feel like it's always very telling when you come out as well, how they act or how the relationship sort of goes. But me and Lou never made it anything official. It was literally not even coupled up on the show when we come out. But we do like each other. But I'm still single. He's definitely still single. And we're just going to see how it goes and continue getting to know each other. Is there anything you want to clear up about rumours Luis has a secret girlfriend? Absolutely. Can I just clarify? I had absolutely no idea about any sort of situation Luis was in prior to the show and now, so I just want to make that abundantly clear. And I still don't know. But I mean, what Lou gets up to in his spare time or before the show, that's down to him. He's verified to me recently that there is nothing going on. So we'll just wait and see. But I definitely didn't know. Do you know what? I will never live this down to the last day I'm on this earth. This is going to the grave with me, this one. Honestly, I can't, everyone says, why did you just lay like flat like that? But my skirt was so tight, I actually couldn't move my legs. I was stuck. And no one even came to help me. I think everyone just left me and just laughed for about 10 minutes. And I was just laid there looking up at the stars thinking, this is terrible. This better just be on the unseen bits. But lo and behold, they put it on the main show. But yeah, do you know what? I'm actually glad that happened because I feel like it's just a moment. Oh, I'll tell you what did happen actually. So one thing happened to me this year, which I don't think they actually shown, but basically they put like, we can put like fizzy drinks or anything, or electrolytes for like hydration in our water bottles. And I put this little sachet in of like just hydration stuff. And I gave it a little shake and I thought, oh, you know, it'll be fine, surely. Anyway, I've given it a little shake now. I'm in the girls' dressing room and I flipped the little like lid bit up where you drink from. And when I say it squirted at me at 100 miles per hour, like I swear to God, it was like a cartoon. I was like this, everyone's like laughing, like what is going on? It was like animated and it was just spraying in my face in front of everyone. And it lit, all the girls, bless them, were curling their hair, getting ready for the night. And I just coated everyone in this water and they were so angry with me. I mean, it was an innocent mistake, but yeah, that wasn't shown and I had a red eye the whole night. From what you've seen, who are the most compatible couple in that villa right now? Do you know what? Normally by this stage, it's an easy answer. But I feel like everyone doesn't really like each other in there. It's just a bit crazy at the moment. I've got hopes for Tom and Molly, actually, because I know George is interested, but I feel like he's had a bit of a history or whatever with G, whereas now I feel like he really fancies Molly. She's got such a lovely personality, so I'm hoping that might blossom. But other than that, there's no one in there yet that actually really like each other. It's still very much free-for-all. What are you most excited for right now? Oh, do you know what? I feel like Love Island All Stars, again, although short and sweet, it's instilled so much more confidence into me, and I've come out with like a little spring in my step. So I'm so excited for what the year is going to bring and all the islanders to come home. We also, we're going to do a proper holiday, no cameras allowed this time when they're back. So I just feel like there's world to my oyster this year, so I just can't wait to get into it. Thank you for watching.